The intent of this videotape series on Fourth Amendment search and seizure search warrant issues is to provide roll call training for law enforcement officers or other members of the criminal justice community. Each segment of the tape is designed to be utilized as 15 to 20-minute roll call training programs divided into 11 different segments as follows. Segment 1, the Fourth Amendment, the exclusionary rule, consensual encounters. Segment 2, seizures under the Fourth Amendment, why law enforcement officers stop people. Segment 3, investigative detentions, how long can I reasonably detain someone. Segment 4, stop and frisk. Segment 5, search incident to arrest. Segment 6, probable cause, motor vehicle searches. Segment 7, plain view and plain feel. Segment 8, inventory searches. Segment 9, consent searches. Segment 10, miscellaneous areas to include protective sweep, abandoned property, private individual searches, and technology issues. And segment number 11 will be search warrants. In addition to the roll call videotape series, you will also receive a study guide, written examination, and written examination answer key that corresponds to each of the videotape segments. In this way, your training can be documented and quantified through review of the study guide and administration of the written examination. The failure of law enforcement officers to comply with the mandates of the United States Constitution as interpreted by the courts results not only in the dismissal and loss of cases, but also in liability on the part of the officer, as well as the administrator and the agency. Failure on the part of the agency to properly train or to enact and enforce guidelines that are consistent with constitutional provisions often results in civil actions in state courts and actions in federal courts under the civil rights statutes. There is no other area in law enforcement so critical to the police officer in terms of evidence than how it is obtained. The apprehension of criminals with the ultimate goal of conviction will hinge on the evidence that the officer can present to the courts. Many cases are either lost or plea bargained simply because the officer did not follow the constitutional mandates to permit evidence to be entered into the criminal justice process. It is therefore imperative that every officer knows the rules of the courts that have been set forth in this field.